There you go. Um, I just finished. I started the game a bit late, but sorry for the lighting. Sun's a bit out there. So Fiorentina versus Madrid, friendly. So just want to put the context out there. Although it felt like a very official game, like obviously they're not in the same league or anything, but I saw some energy from here and there. It felt like a normal Real Madrid to me. I guess maybe in a good, bad way. Depends on how you interpret it. Um, but maybe even if the game didn't end as a win, I think there was some stuff that we learned from this. Um, so I'm gonna start with Lunin. I think he's 27, 28. Um, he's obviously had moments, but after what happened last season and what I saw this game, he's not going to be the replacement for Courtois. He's just not going to be the replacement for Courtois. He will never be that guy. He will never be that guy. Or maybe, no, no, no. I don't see it. I may be proven wrong, but he's always going to be a second choice. I mean, if he's okay with that, sure. But even then, do we really want him as our second choice? I don't think I want him as my second choice because Courtois is getting old. Um, as good as he is, all the impossible saves that he's made. I mean, his muscles or his arms or whatever you want to call it is just starting to catch up after all the carrying he's done for that horrendous defense for Madrid. And he's starting to get a little more injury prone. I saw what happened during the Belgium Spain game, so it's like he's not. We can't expect Courtois to play all the big games in the season. Uh, Obviously, I think Lunin potentially could take off like Copa del Rey or some smaller team, but even then, I don't. I'm not convinced he should be the second goalie. I'm not sure if we have better. I haven't seen better. I wish the club would look into better options, but there are not a lot of good goalkeepers that will be. I mean, maybe there are good goalkeepers that are okay knowing that they're second to Courtois. So it's like, yeah, you're second, but to like the best goalkeeper ever of like Madrid, whatever. So is it really just that you're bad, or is it just because the competition is just really tough? But anyway, that was just I really needed to get out because that second goal that we conceded, the first one is like if you save it, it's incredible, but it's not the end of the world. I think the second one, though, I think you have to do better. I think he has to do better. Obviously our backline was, um, it was actually they weren't terrible. Honestly, I think both Martinez and Rivas were not bad. Especially Rivas. Martinez is very physical and aggressive. Surprisingly, given his given how small he looks sometimes. But he's very aggressive. Not reckless, but aggressive. I think that's I would like to describe it like that. Um, and I think I want I want to congratulate Rivers. He made some really two nice block. I think that could have resulted in the goal. So props to him. Um, Obviously, I don't know how we're going to resolve the whole center back situation because just as many of you, I'm not a biggest like Konate was a good opportunity, like a market opportunity, whatever. Which I mean, you take it, given our backline situation. Konate it's not the worst thing you could get. And again, I want to put in context. I think Konati can still be a decent CB. He's not world class, and I think that's the biggest issue. In our squad, it feels like we have world class players everywhere except in our center backs. Militao doesn't count. This man is literally injured. We cannot, as a club, rely on him going to the next season. That's just foolish, I think. The fact that he even came back from the 2C ACL was a miracle, but his body's done. Let's just face it. His body's just done. He's It's as sad as it sounds because I feel like Militao, when he's healthy, when he's fit, he's probably top five center back in the world. But defense win you titles. The amount of games that we lost because our defense was lacking, even with this quote unquote horrible Madrid. If you look at all the teams that win stuff, you need to have a good defense. Spain just won. They had Kubasi and Laporte. Very good. Quoro was very good. Kukula was very good. In the last Champions League, PSG won it. Look at that backline. Look at when Madrid won. It just makes sense. That's the reason why Barcelona has not won like a lot of the Champions League in a long time because that backline just not good enough. They have good players in the midfield and the attack. Well, overall, yes, but the defense is just lacking, and you can't go with the highest level with such a fragile backline. But anyways, the two youngsters weren't bad. The two goals we conceded, I mean, they were poor, but it wasn't like I'm not gonna put it necessarily on those two kids. I mean, it's a youth they were trying out. Maybe the guy could have done better on that first goal, like the defender. I think Martinez could have done better to close the gap, close the space, and not let him run and take a shot, whatever. But I feel like it's a bit of a stretch. So I'll give them a pass. I cannot stress. I'm not gonna. Long story short, I love Trent. Um, he is one of the most unique right backs I've ever seen, at least in recent years. I think in the past 10 years, he's probably one of the most unique for sure. His ability on the ball is just he's so good. And I think we could have scored the end there with SP, but he didn't get enough height to get a proper like head on it. That could have been nice, honestly, because the amount of like true passes, long balls, crossing, just line breaking stuff that Trent has tried to do to his game was just it was beautiful to watch. If I'm being honest, it was beautiful to watch. So I can only hope that um there will be people that will be maybe able to make use of his playmaking ability. Like his accuracy is insane. The vision, he's even willing to take risk, and that's what I mean. I'm gonna say that's what a lot of our problem is. Sometime in the midfield, we don't have people that take risks, like other than Arda, but Valverde and Kama. I'm gonna get to them, but I was thinking. I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but obviously our backline for the past 3 seasons have been garbage. But I almost feel like none of them individually are bad except for Kama. Kama is bad. Um, Inherently he has a talent, but he's bad, if that makes sense. But I almost feel like our defense has gotten so exposed and our attack has gotten so quote unquote exposed for not being good because the core structure of a team, I mean, obviously at this point in time, everything matters, I guess, right? Like defense, midfield, attack. But again, I'm going to go back to the example of winning teams. Well, there's the Spain that just won, or PSG. You need to have a strong midfield. You need to have an intelligent midfield. You need to have a midfield that knows how to get the ball, how to play the ball, how to see things, how to dictate the game, which we don't have. So I think blaming overall, I think it's just important. I've made the observation. I mean, obviously, Vini and Mbappe don't work, whatever, right? Some people want to claim that's the given all, but we've seen them work. Now, I think personally, they would work out much better than they are right now if they had a good midfield. Because the reason why I feel like sometimes Vini or Mbappe drift to the same side is because they are the one who have to create something. Our midfield doesn't create anything. Our midfield does not create anything. So they have to create something. Um, but anyway, he's. I'm honestly thinking from this game. I mean, I'm gonna get to him, but the only two world class players that I saw on that pitch were really Arda and Trent. And Arda, I mean, obviously he's I say world class in terms of just what he proposed, but obviously he doesn't have the same status as someone like Trent. He's not as established in the world, but Trent is world class. Um, with his on-ball ability is just ridiculous. But yeah, moving on. Carreras sometimes feels a little too nonchalant. I do not like how he just sometimes he's really good. He's technical on the ball. Like you can see this guy is not like, he's very technical on the ball. And but he almost cost us like I think one goal opportunity, one scoring chance at like 1-0, and then when it was 2-1-2, he almost cost us two. So I'm confident Cucurella is just gonna bench this guy, dude. Cucurella is gonna bench this guy so fast. It's not even gonna be funny, dude. I still feel like a sting inside because it's like we spent 50 million on this guy last year just for him to become a backup. And we just spent 50 something million on Cucurella to come and replace him. The guy that was supposed to be our star. I mean, to be fair, technically we were brilliant. I'm not sure how okay Kyle Haas is gonna be with being a sub. I mean he can hold that. I mean it's on him. It's totally on him. The fact that he's now been quote unquote he's been relegated to he just has he let down way too many times during this season. Honestly. Um so that's on him. I don't know, man. We upgraded because I mean going from Carreras, Frangas and Mendy, going from Cucurella, Carreras and Mendy, which even I don't know what Mendy is still doing there anyway. We're not gonna get on that. Now, it truly pains me to say this, but Valverde is not I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, I think I know what's going on with him. I think the problem that we may have, outside of his antics of the field and whatnot. First of all, Valverde is not a leader, so he shouldn't. Well, I'm not gonna say he shouldn't be captain because there's a whole policy for it, but he does not have leadership qualities. Like we've seen it for 2 years now. Smith is like what 28 or something. He's not a leader, bro. He's not a leader of men. He's not a leader of a team. Mhm. And I know people want to say that he's not, he's better as a right back, whatever. I think Valverde is a good midfielder. I think the issue is there's a disconnect between what he's excels and what he's good at versus what Madrid or the fan base or some people have been asking him to become. And I think it's similar to what the problem is with Trameni. Trameni, people compare him with Rodri, but I think they're different. And I think if you had someone like Rodri on the pitch, then you would appreciate more what Tchouameni does. The reason why we don't appreciate things like Tchouameni does, or sometimes even Bellingham or Valverde, is because they don't. I cannot stress this enough, but losing Cruz has destroyed that midfield. It has destroyed that midfield. Modric is also an excellent player, but his profile was different. But losing a player with the profile of Cruz has completely thrown that midfield in disarray. They don't. It doesn't work. It just does not work. We do not have the profile for all of these people to work together at that top performance. It doesn't work. So I hope we make Rodri and I hope and I wish that Rodri will be able to bring back this guy to that top performance, what they excel at. There are things Valverde is excellent with, and he can still be in midfield, but he will just be in a role where he will be able to use what he's best at. Because right now it feels like we want him to like literally he's supposed to be he tried to make some nice passes and stuff. I mean he has enough technical ability to pull that off and every now and then, but his performance today was very lackluster. I just I mean we're talking about one of the oldest guy on that pitch, one of the most senior guy who's won a lot of stuff with that club, the captain. He was disappointing. But I would not sell Valverde. I know what happened. I would not sell Valverde. This guy is. It's like one of those things. Same thing with Vini and Mbappe and all those guys. It's like they've shown that it can work. They've shown that in some games they will step up. That individual talent will be enough, and it's so crazy because when you have such a ginormous, enormous individual talent, like, we just need to find the right pieces. Like put Valverde next to like a Cruz or next to like a Pedri or somebody that he will compensate and they will just mesh together and you will get the best version of Valverde. We're not getting that right now. We're not getting that right now. Now, I want to keep Valverde, but the one I don't want to keep, I don't want to keep Camavinga, bro. Please, I beg you, please leave the club, bro. Leave the club, bro. Get get out, bro. Get out. I don't want you, bro. I don't. It's crazy because we're in a world where I'm supporting Madrid and I'm honestly I don't even know. I don't think I want him as a sub. He cost us like games, bro. He be coming on and doing reckless foul, getting yellows, getting sent off. Like, bro, like I will give him that he's decent at great at ball recovery. I said decent because it's always a 50-50 with him. Sometimes he gets the ball, sometimes he just takes your legs. like, like, bro, chill out. I don't know when he's gonna learn. It's been like what 2-3 years we've been waiting for this guy to pop off. And he's not a six, by the way. He cannot replace Tramini. I am not telling Tramini to keep Kamavinga, okay? Hell no. Hell no. Please just leave the club, bro. Ah. He draws too many fouls, and he just has too many of these bozo moments that can just cost you the game. He's young, and that's literally the only redeeming thing with him. He's young, but it's like, how long are we going to be saying that? He's shown glimpses, but we don't want glimpses. I don't want a player that he's only gonna show up like what every 5, 6, 7, 10 games or something with a good performance. No, it has to be week in week out, and at the very least every other week or every other game or something like that. Not like well, to be fair, yeah, don't go one bad, one good, and just one horrible performance. Like we're gonna drop you, bro. I want you fucking score it. Um, but no, I'm tired of like Camavinga. I'm tired of Camavinga. I'm tired of Camavinga. The problem is he doesn't make up for the negative he has. That's the problem with me. Because some like Trent is not great at defending. Everybody knows that. We know that. The world knows that. His opponent know that. Everybody knows. But he is so good with the ball at his feet that despite that, he's still considered world class, which is crazy. A right back that doesn't know how to defend, but he's still considered world class. So Kamavinga doesn't have that. He doesn't have a world class redeeming stuff about him. He doesn't. So I know he doesn't want to leave, and obviously I think Madrid is going to try to respect the contract and honor the contract and not, terminate his thing. I wish he would, unless Mourinho can transform him. But they've been training together for 3 weeks. He's still pulling the same shit, bro. Oh man. Oh. I think we're done with Camavinga. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're done with Camavinga. Um, but yeah, just please leave the club, man. Camavinga, please just leave the club. That was great. I mean, I'm not gonna glaze. I belong to the Arda glaze community, so I'm not gonna do too much. But um, that was great. He really has a good understanding of the game. Really nice vision. He's also one of the few risk takers we have in this team. And when I say risk taker, I'm talking about the good risk taker, not just crossing for no reason. No, no, no. There's purpose. There's an intent. There's a destination. There's some accuracy to it. It's not just I'm just sending passes without like actually thinking that it's gonna reach or it's gonna result in some like goal scoring opportunity. So I don't want to spend too much time. And that was great. Dumfries probably he's calling out a winger. I think he's trying to get along with the team, get some minutes or whatnot. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great. He was okay. Setting in. Very physical. So I like that. I like that. Not too much to talk about Dumfries. It's the first time. He shouldn't be winger. We don't. Surprisingly, well, I'm gonna get to them, but we don't have people doing one-on-ones. Not this quite. Well, actually, no. There was Ada tried to do that. Actually, Ada was the only one who tried to run the 1v1. Uh, yeah, and he's pretty good at keeping the ball too. So yeah, Ada is the only one out of a whole team. A whole team, he's the only one. Let that sink in. Um, but serious, she could go, but other than that, nothing. I don't really have much to say about him. Hendrick, Hendrick, I think Hendrick, I think Hendrick. This. It's one of the two things. Either he knows he's cooked and he's not going to be playing a lot, or he's leaving. One thing I dislike a lot about him is his. Well, let's start with what I like about him. What I like about him is his shot power. This man can shoot a rocket. But for him to be able to shoot a rocket, he needs to be able to control the ball, which he doesn't know how to control the ball. You know? He's 28 or 19 or something at this point. So it's like one of those things where it's like you can improve, but it's some of those things where you either have it or you don't. I think, unless I'm wrong. Like you either have it or you don't. Even to this day, I mean, Lukaku doesn't know how to control the ball. So it's been 2 years, bro. He still feels raw at times, which is, I mean, he has not been playing many minutes with us, but I just, he was a risk, taking gambles on like this, kids and stuff. It's South American kid. It's always a risk. Some of them pay off, some of them don't. You have someone like Vinicius that paid off. You have someone like Neymar that paid off. Like so you're always taking a risk by just bringing them straight. It's one thing to bring them to your academy. It's another thing to like buy them and then just have them play for the first team. So, so yeah, I mean, I yeah. So he has so a good goal, but like I feel like this man is just he's rushing to prove himself. Too eager sometime. I thought he had good passing when I saw some stuff from Lyon, but maybe he's only good at. I don't know. Maybe it's just he couldn't pass like one ball, and it got me a little frustrated. Um, he was very reckless today. He was going to tackles and stuff. He gave us a foul right next to the box. He's doing too much. I don't think he's good. He's doing well mentally. Like I don't know if it's the Brazil thing or Madrid thing or it's the both, but he's not doing well. He's not doing well. But yeah, some of the subs, I mean, there wasn't much. I mean, Sestero came in, was solid, but other than that, SP didn't do anything. Uh, I don't think he's really that great technical ability wise. But I mean, I don't think that's what we got him for. Supposed to be a target man, which he almost gave us a goal. So I'm happy with that. We'll see how it goes. There was some other stuff. Yanez, Lacosta, Fati. I don't know really how much to say about them. They didn't really make an impact on me. So yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to the next game. Um, I'm looking forward to if there's going to be some squad changes. Because I'm almost thinking at this point that Mourinho has definitely made some calls or told some players about what he planned on doing this season, and he's just testing things out for the people that are probably either not going to get any minutes or who are going to be key part of his team next and moving on. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to getting all our signings in the squad because I think the only signing that we saw today really, really was Dumfries. Uh, yeah, it was really just Dumfries. None of the other ones have been integrated to the squad, and Dumfries wasn't bad. Like I said again, um, but I feel like Dumfries is definitely more of a backup based on what I've seen from Trent. Um, Based on what I've seen from Trent, I think Dumfries more likely to be a backup right now. It's going to depend, obviously, as the season goes on and who ends up performing the best for this team for the sake of winning. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, thank you, everyone, and see you around for the next game.